Great. So, Parul, I think you have been on the practitioner side more, building a product that is conceptualizing in front of you, using the AI to MRI and so on. So, my question to you is, fostering an AI-centric culture within an organization. So, how do you, build a culture that fosters ethical and collaborative approach around AI?
Hello, everyone. First of all, lovely to meet the panel. So, I want to like highlight what Dr. Harvey said, right? Like we know that AI is already coming in the world, right? Like it's just transitioning to the healthcare world, and we know government is focusing on these initiatives. Last year they met in October 2023, so it's very important to have a culture created in the companies so that we are targeting and making sure it aligns with the policies, right? And when it comes to creating the AI centric culture, one of the biggest pieces is being ethical, right, about it. So as mentioned, like, there has to be transparency, and that transparency can be achieved by providing the information. It can be simple information on the website, right? How your AI algorithms are being used, what information do they provide, and how that will be used in terms of patient care as well. Then it comes to fairness, right? We know that when we use AI algorithms, it's using the data that we give it to the system, right? Like it's processing, it's making sense of it, and we have algorithms behind it. So we need to make sure, example, you talked about scheduling, right? We see that in healthcare, we are already using scheduling algorithms. We just need to make sure that in terms of, example, let's just say scheduling for a transplant or something, like, so it's not targeting a set of demography. It's making sure that there is fairness, and there is fairness in terms of who is being scheduled, and not putting aside set of community as well. Then we have to make sure about accountability within a company. It needs to be, we need to have a team set up, like, whether it's a committee set up for ethical, like an ethical committee who looks into the algorithms, regularly monitors it, and makes sure that these algorithms, again, align with what the overall culture of the company would be, the mission and vision, as well as aligns to these ethical guidelines. Other thing, like in terms of culture, you can have is collaboration, right? It's very important. Like while creating the products, we need to make sure as well that we are not just focusing on engineers and product team. I have been in this space for more than 10 years, and I truly focus on like customer experiences. So this is where we involve stakeholder, like, having a big role of stakeholder is super important, whether it's family or like family of a patient, getting the feedback. Like example, if you're creating a portal, telehealth portal, so it's very important to identify who these stakeholders are, what impact would it make, and getting the feedback from them. And not only it will help with the product, but it will also help in terms of processing, aligning the processes, right? Example, if I have clinician as part of, if I'm creating a portal, it also helps with the existing processes and how it will align. So it's not a new product that is randomly assigned to you and you know nothing about, right? And then, of course, knowledge sharing. I feel the more information you share, you can talk about, as we are getting into the healthcare world, like, it's very important to share what we have learned, our successes and failures and challenges, everything. So it will have a collaborative environment for folks to talk about that. Now, how do we do this? There are like strategies behind it, right? It's very, very important to have the education and training given to your employees. Again, it can be stakeholders, it can be employees, anyone who is going to access the system, product. So very important to provide the materials, open that environment of discussion. Example, have visibility into the ethics community, who you can reach out to and get their contact information. And again, with the feedback mechanism, have that continuous improvement. So these are some of the strategies I believe in general help cultivate an AI-centric culture in the company.